All right, vlog number 2. Not a big week, not a dramatic one, but I think a fairly important one. So on Monday, I was going to commute to the Villa Park. I had some work there, which is about 45 minutes there, an hour back, because I've got to come up the South London climbs on the way home. I've actually got a video to film about adding commutes into your training. I've written the script and put it together. It is a nice way to get the miles in without finding extra time, but it can take a lot out of you. Anyway, that's coming up. But yeah, on Monday I woke up with a cough, so that didn't really happen. I know it's an easy excuse, but it's also the reason, and I'm trying to listen to my body. That's the whole point. In the past, I would have pushed through, told myself it's just a cough, it's below the neck or above the neck even. But that's how I'm going to end up with bad legs again. So I'm not pushing through anything. I'm respecting those warning signs, and sort of relearning where that line is for me at the moment. But instead, I just did 30 minutes on the turbo, which is the first time I've been on the turbo since December. Nothing glamorous, no big efforts, no one watching, just sort of turning the legs over. I didn't use erg mode. But I wasn't really watching power or cadence either. I was just spinning the legs. But it's still showing up and getting something done, and I think that's the bit that matters for now. Not the training stimulus, but the habit. Then Friday, I got on the track for the first time since November. So just spinning around, nothing fancy again, just turning the legs over. I did reduce my gear, so my race gear is about 109, but I put on a 94. You had the Ice Bike trade show was there this week. So Madison was showing off all their wares, which, to be honest, once you've seen it one year, you've kind of seen it all. But it didn't mean they had the shutters open because they were unloading that. So it was absolutely freezing in there. When you're so used to the velodrome being, 20, 21 degrees all year round, that even just a small drop in temperature and you can feel it. I think there's about 15, 16 degrees. But yeah, I need to toughen up with the temperature because obviously it's cold out there now, and that's also what's putting me off riding my bike. So yeah, physically, I don't think I gained anything this week, but psychologically, I did. Content. So I've recorded a few videos this week. One called "You're Not Getting Out Sprinted, You're Getting Out Positioned," which I think is really important. You can have massive legs, massive power, but if you're in the wrong place and you're not using that power well, you're never going to win a race. Another one is called "Your Club Ride is a Psychology Experiment," which was a really interesting one to research. So there's a lot of research from sort of like 1800s. Some of the first ever research into social psychology was actually conducted on cyclists, and why they sort of push on with when you've got people around you, which I think is important for club rides though. Yeah, the other one was just about complete opposite. So forgetting the what's and just bearing yourself, which I think is important. When you're learning pacing and learning what you can do. I actually had a rider I coached last weekend. So rather than sticking purely to the targets, he did a virtual ride online, and I was just like, just ride it by feel, see what you can actually do. Don't worry about the power, the watts, the cadence. Just understand your own body, because that's going to be important when he's actually doing a proper ride in the Alps in the summer. You can look at watts all you want, but all it takes is fatigue and a bit of dehydration, and your watts go out the window, and you need to understand what you can do and what you can feel. Also, this week, I filmed and released a video with Jonah. Jonah Jenkins is a great kid. It's hopefully going to be a series of videos I do where I'm sort of interviewing local riders about how they train, about how they race, any stuff that I've spoken about on my channel that they actually do themselves. Because it's one thing for me to say, this is what riders do, but when you hear it from other riders, and these aren't riders that I coach, but I think it's going to be quite useful to see what others are doing. And Jonah, great kid, he's got the Nationals coming up next weekend, and then the Commonwealth Games. He's only young, but he's moving in all the right directions. And it was a good one to talk to. He made it easy for me. Which that makes me think of Kennedy. So Kennedy's also working towards the Commonwealth Games, so he's out in Kenya at the moment. Is one that I met at the last Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. But yeah, so there's no road events for him this year, so he's just going to be focusing on the track, which is a little difficult because there's no track anywhere near Kenya. So he's ridden the track a few times over last year, but that's doing continental championships. So his preparations look nothing like a rider over here. But we're trying to get him ready. He's putting a lot of work in. We've built up to, he's got the power's coming, the volume's there. Now we just got to try and get that track specificity without a track, which is proving a little bit difficult, but yeah, it's working. As for the channel, so I've got into the habit now of releasing 2 videos a week. So I'm thinking this might turn into training and science on one day and then racing tactics and technique on the other. Right now it's a bit of a mix. I'm testing, I'm seeing what resonates, what I enjoy filming. Everything has just been from underneath the track, so I do need to get out and do some actual location-based filming. But yeah, I need to figure out how that's going to work. So I'm enjoying it. To be honest, it's good. I wish I started this years and years ago. But actually being off the bike has given me a lot more time to do this. Yeah. And my editing's getting better soon. It's funny, the videos that are going live now, because I filmed everything about 4 weeks in advance. The videos that are going live now, they're terrible. The videos I've got lined up in a month's time, I've got the editing on point, the lighting and the audio levels done. They're so much better. So if, I know there's only about 10 of you that watch these, but yeah, you've got some treats coming up. But yeah, the last time I sort of really filmed and edited anything was over 20 years ago. That was A-level media studies. So yeah, it was a long time ago, but I'm enjoying it more than expected. And I think it's the same as training, really. It's just repetition, review, adjust, and repeat. So this week, we've just gone, I confirmed some dates for 2 women's race training sessions at the Villa Park. So there's going to be 2 Saturdays in May. There will be more details about that soon, but this is with the London Academy, so working with them. Same as what we did last year, building into their circuit race where they, the goal is really to get loads of fourth cuts, loads of people trying racing for the first time. So I'm going to build on the sessions we did last year. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed them last year. So it was about 90 minutes of circuit time. We did handling, sort of confidence drills, and then race tactics and techniques, bridging, surging, all of that stuff. But yeah, and they had, we had 20 per session, and about over half of them went to actually race the GP, which is really good. Because getting more women racing bike, and to be honest, more people racing bike in general. So next week, what I actually wanted to do is get that commute to Lee Valley done. Whatever the weather. I feel like my cough's getting better. It's going to be one of those ones that just lingers, but it doesn't affect me otherwise, so I think I'm okay. And hopefully get a ride in over an hour, which I'll probably do on Training Peaks Virtual. Just to get that time in the legs. Then Wednesday, I'm coaching Velociposse. That's a club I co-founded about 11 years ago. So it's always good to see what they're up to. I've not been involved for a few years. But yeah, they're a good bunch of people. And it's also half term. So hopefully I'm going to spend a bit of time with my nephew on the Friday. Maybe take him for a bike ride. He's getting to that point where he likes his bike. But if you take him too far, you have to walk the bike back. So he's coming up 5 years old this year. So he's getting there. Don't want to push him too hard. So right, those 4 questions. Did I ride this week? Yes, I did. I did 2 rides. Turbo early in the week, and then the track on Friday. Both very easy, both short, but I showed up and did it, and I'm happy about that. How's the body? Yeah, fine. So the cough is clearing up. I sound a bit funny. But yeah, it didn't go down to my chest. No signs of added fatigue, nothing abdo related. Energy has been stable. Sleep is normal. I did jump on the scales and I have lost a bit of weight. I think it's just trying to rebalance that energy intake and output, and obviously the muscle mass. But I'm going to get started on the creatine. I've had a break. I'm going to get started on the creatine again, and hopefully this week as well get into the gym. But yeah, how's the head? Definitely better for having done something. I'm not where I was, nowhere, but I'm moving forwards towards it, and that's what I've missed. Sort of the movement, the structure, the reason to train. I'm still not sure what my calendar is going to be. I know that Bucks is going to be happening 2 weekends time. I'm not going to be there, but I've got the British Masters in the summer, and then the World Masters in the October. So that's still I think going to be the goals I'm working towards. So currently the version of me is not the ones that were hitting power best last year, but it's the version of me that wants to be on the bike, and I'm sort of happy about that. What would I tell a client in my position? Yes, 2 easy rides after weeks and weeks off is exactly right. Don't chase what you were. You're not that person right now. Build habits first, get the consistency, show up, and then the legs will follow. And yeah, health is the most important thing at the moment. I think, if it was a client, I'd tell them that obviously patience is the hardest part about training, especially when you know what you're capable of, but you're not capable of it right now. And that's absolutely fine. The goal is I don't have to prove anything to anyone or myself. I just need to enjoy it. So yeah, the goal is just to be able to train next week as well. All right, so this is vlog number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. To the 8 people that are going to watch it, maybe you don't even get to this part of the video. To be honest, I've not really been looking at the analytics. I've just been enjoying the process of putting these videos out. But yeah, obviously, I know that not everyone sticks around to the end. So anyway, saddle up, and I'll see you next week. Cheers. Bye.